Now we need to go around here. I've already started, not with that one, I haven't. With the 233, again, it's not a hard line here. It gradually merges. So now what I'm going to do, do I rub that eye out? You see, the problem with rubbing the graphite is you lose your direction. So I'll rub a little bit out. And it does, of course, it does interfere with the pastel, but at the same time we're using dark colours here. Now I'm going to put white in. A little bit of white in the eye. I always start off like that. I'm going to do the eye and the nose. And here we've got white. This is where you see that graphite could have interfered with it. White in there. Like that. A little bit in there like that. And for some reason, and it may... no, I'm going to put it in anyway. It's just a little bit of a light there which stretches down, but I don't know, it may be a scratch or something, I don't know. Anyway, if you see it, it's a good idea usually to put it in. Now I'm just going to very lightly go over the graphite lines that I've already put in, just indicating the dark, because we're going to be using yeah, so I'm using the 233 here to darken this like now. Just skip round. I should avoid the eye just for the time being, because if we put graphite in we're going to cover all those lines up and then I won't know where I am, folks. Again, this is all going to be blended. And here, this is where the line, as I said, we don't want it to be too distinct. Another thing, what you can do here is you can just do that as you go along. You can see it then. This is more of a line, and that is filled in. Excuse me. Having done that, let's go around with. Now this is mostly grey here. There's not a lot of white in this section, but there is when we get down to here. So we can do what we did up there. We can make this a little darker. Now that is also a little bit darker, so I'm just going to start the ball rolling there. I don't want to do too much in case I have to alter it. Put a little bit of grey in. This is 230, so you can see it's slightly different to the area above, and then we put just a little bit of, because the hair here comes like this. Very weird. But it's a good idea to make it just slightly darker so we have the contrast then. I've lost that little bit of light. Do you know, I'm not sure about that. I don't think I'll put that in. I don't think it's a feature. No, we'll lose it. It won't be on your picture, folks. Okay, now having done that, as I say, I haven't done the eye, and I can close in on it, because this is all hair coming around here. Now I would use this one. This time I would use, if you've got it, the grey colour shaper, because it's a little stronger. Now I won't do all of it. Let's do a little bit there. Now, the eye itself is a brownish, although it's going to be very dark, it's a brownish eye, so let's find a brown that's suitable, as it's a reddish brown, I think we'll go for this. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll go for this one. This is a greyish, mauvish colour, 169 is. But it is a very rich colour. And we'll be putting all sorts of colours into this. Black will be the ultimate colour to go in. But we've got to start off with a base colour. So that's the one we'll use to begin with. See what it does, it gives us now a definition, which is what I wanted. Now I can safely now go in with the grey and start developing it. It is fur in here, so we still have to be mindful here. It's not just a block of dark colour. And then we'll just blend it again. That gives us the ground colour, and then we can bring in the next colour, which will be 181. Right. Right, now it's got all the 181 applied. Great. Now I'm going to darken the eye now, and I think I'm going to use 181 again. Inside here there are some lighter colours, so what I'm going to try is this is a little bit of 230. I don't know what it is, but it's something that's in the eye, and I'm going to use the 230 just to put some design in here. I don't think you've ever seen me do this before, but it's a really good way of creating the light in the dark, and that will then eventually be same as this up here. Difficult for me to describe what I'm doing sometimes. I'm just hoping you're picking it up. And this is before we're going to use the black, which will be coming along very soon. But you'll understand that, how that's working. Now the black. And the black, by God, the black. Some of the areas are very dark, like here, and you can't see any detail in it at all. But here it's starting to, as I said, it starts leaving some of the light. doing earlier. We can now close in on it with the black. Now, would it be possible to do this, to do that line after you put the black on? Probably, but it would take a little bit, it would look a bit dull, for want of a better word. So I think the way I've done that is probably the right way. That's working. This is the important thing here. We've got the hair that would eventually marry into this. Good. Now I'm going to use a colour shaper again, just to take some of the sparkle out of the paper. And you can even drag some of that colour right onto the edge. Yeah, see on the white, see how that's working. Don't forget, you can always bring the white back. But you get quite a nice transition between the dark and the light. That's dark there. Actually, I haven't done that, but it is dark there. You have to revisit these areas a little bit because the first time you try it, you can't see it all properly. Now, as far as the blacks in the eye is concerned, we'll do that at the same time. That is so close to the picture that I've got. You see the difference between that and that, because we've got the undercolour on there. That's lovely. And if we were to just with the edge of that, like that, it gives us just a little bit of light there, which is rather nice. And the other thing, of course, is this is not pure white, so here we can just fade it just a little bit, picking up. Neither is this. This is, with just a few exceptions, it's a magic tool, this, folks. How many times have I said it? By God, that's probably quite good, I think. Now, I'm going to finish this off, to do a little bit more here because I spent a long time on it. I'm going to sharpen the black up for one thing, because I've got to come in and I've got to develop just a little bit more here, and we've already done this, so that looks good. And then we'll marry all of this up with the fur surround, which I think you'll find really interesting. Let's just put a little bit more depth here, and just a little bit more in the eye itself. And then just before I go, a little bit of white. Sharper one would be more useful, but we don't really want it to be that light, you see. It's just, that's just about perfect.